Okay, we're back, and it's finally here. The RC 4-wheel drive Beast 2. I got a note from them saying that this was supposed to come in at the end of July, but it showed up now, which is even better. So we're going to do an unboxing on this, and I'll kind of show you what I got, and then the build video will be to come. So let's go ahead and start getting into this thing. Just plastic off here. This has been a long time coming, as they finally made a decent truck that wasn't $700, $800, $900 before you got any of your electronics. Let's get that out of here. Alright, well, let's get this thing laid down and see what we got here. We gotta cut the seal here. Here we go. Alright, looks like the first part we got here is we got our drive shafts, or at least two of them. Here's another shaft. This probably goes to the well, that's a little teeny one. That one probably goes to the transfer case. Looks like we got some cross members. These are all aluminum. I believe this part right here, I believe, goes to the body on the back. Then we got our frame rails. Those are all aluminum. And then all the shocks pre-built. Got a pretty good spring to them. Pretty tight too. I'm guessing it gets pretty heavy. And this is another shaft, I'm sure. Looks pretty well packed. Alright, well, let me pull this out and see what we got under it. Pretty thin layer. The shop's a mess. Alright, what we got in here is it looks like some kind of skid plate, but who knows what that is for now. Styrene, so it might be to the body. We got our shock towers, or shock braces, all aluminum, real nice. Whew, here's our transmission, and boy, that's got some weight to it. Let's take this out of the plastic, see if we can get a better look at it. Alright, it came with a pinion gear, 32 pitch, 14 tooth. And there's the tranny. Boy, that's nice looking. And man, is that heavy. I'm sure this is where you shift the gears. Yep. Let's see. Alright, we'll spin this around and look at this nut here. One full turn and a half, whatever gear that's in, took to make this shaft go around. Let's put it in the other gear, see what we got here now. Oh yeah, that had to be second gear, because one full turn gave me a turn and a half on the back of the transmission. But boy, I'm really surprised how heavy this is. And the mounting plate for the motor is real nice and heavy duty. The casing's all made out of metal, and from what I read in the description, that the gears are all metal too, which is good because it's a pretty big truck and 6 wheels to turn. So Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Looks like we got some of the retaining rings for your drive shafts. Some other little teeny washers. These actually spacers. It says 1mm spacers. I'm not sure what for. Here's another one of these. I swear these look like some kind of skid plate, but or they could be the fenders. We'll see when we get into the instructions. These look like the headlight buckets, also made of metal, all angled, real nice looking. Yeah, we got our LED kit and everything for you. Yep, here's the bumper, all metal or aluminum. Look at them little grills for it. Boy, that's sharp. This thing's just got parts. Don't know what that is yet. Some more shock parts, I do believe. Ah, here's the transfer case. I do believe they said this was a 1-to-1. You can get a different one. Yeah, this is 1-to-1. Every time you turn this, this turns the same. So it's also all metal and all steel gears. Well, this is a real nice looking kit. This looks like the tranny mount or the transfer case mount. Show you what it looks like up here, and here's the Yoda 2 axles. The steering axle, of course. Everything's pre-built. Shouldn't really take too long to put this one together. I might pull these off just to see if they got any grease in it and stuff. I'm not sure if they shipped it with grease. I'll read the instructions and see. Here's your center. These are all metal. 12mm hex, all metal. And of course here's your rear. There's some real looking axles too, boy. That's as far as 1-to-1 scale. Alright, let's pull this part off and see what we got next. Oh, it just keeps coming. And here's another row. This looks like the spare tire carrier. Another plate. Like I said, we'll figure all that out. I'm pretty sure that's the battery tray. Here's the rear side panels. That'll give you an idea just how long this truck is. And then the side rails that go in the panel. A few more small pieces of styrene, I'm sure, are in the build. Alright, well, let's pull off another layer and see what we got. Okay, this looks like the body. A lot of styrene pieces. Now, I was reading the instructions and it said it had over 100 pieces to put the body together. And from looking at this, it does not surprise me, because here's even more. It's got your tail light lenses in it. I don't want to really open these yet until we get into the build, just so that nothing gets mixed up. I do believe they're probably numbered, and I don't want to mess that up. And here's your tires, and the rims are in it. These are a beadlock rim. The tires got a nice compound feeling to them. Let's open this rim. Here's your rim. It's a 3-piece rim. The hex built right into there. It's got foams in it. And it looks like the medium gray foams. I'm glad it's not them real light gray foams. Them a little too soft. They tend to break down real fast. Let's see here. It came with 6 tires. Now it shows you on the box that it had a spare, but it says on there that the spare is not included, so I am going to have to order the spare. Look at this. Now that's a book. This book is $55 pages long. That's like a catalog. Let's see what else we need. Then we got one big sheet of styrene. That's almost a little scary. I hope you don't have to actually cut the stuff out. Trace it out and cut it. Let's hope not. We'll see. That thing's pretty big. That might be the bed. That might be the bed of the truck. And then here's all your screws. Lots and lots and lots of screws. So it'll be a pretty fun build. Building's one of my most favorite things with the building. Yeah, here's your links. Looks like some more bracing. More screws and spacers, and bags are lettered. Got a few more plastic parts in here, which are your end caps. It's got metal ball ends. It looks like some Velcro. Then of course these look like the screws for your tires. You can see how small they are. Alright. This looks like it's going to be pretty fun. Like I said, building's one of my favorite things to do. And this will be my first hard body, especially with styrene. And we'll hope that we do well. We'll just take our time, think everything out before we leap at it. I'm going to leave this book out and go from there. It looks like it'll be a pretty fun build. Let's find out if this is a one-way box. Which, as I thought, it pretty much is. But so we're going to have to take all this out to... We're going to have to take it all out to separate it and get ready for the build anyway. And of course I got all the, just in case you haven't seen my other videos, I got all the electronics for it. We're going to put the axle waterproof forward and reversed AE5 waterproof ESC. Got some extra wires for the extra LEDs I'm going to do. This is the LED kit. Nice and small. The lights I got for the top so that they'll flash. The Tactic TSX47 servo. This is for the transmission. My plasti weld. A 3 racing RC winch, 2.4 gigahertz compatible. My Futaba 42104 GF receiver. I got my little tow hook I'm going to put on the back, and an Rc4wd drive 45 turn motor, and of course an aluminum servo arm. And I believe I'm going to go ahead and use the plastic one on the transmission, so if something silly happens it'll strip out the servo arm instead of messing up my train. And I did get my applicator bottle for the plastic weld. And I'm sure we'll come up with a few other things. But that's it for the unboxing. The build video will be starting shortly. And we'll get this thing built up and get it out to y'all where y'all can see it. Alright. Well, that's it for now. So please like, please share, and please comment. And until next time, bye.